Hello, and welcome to another video for Fasi Does Mexico. Today we are standing on one of the most historic streets in all of Mexico, 16 de Septiembre, Independence Day, Mexico's 4th of July, Canada's July 1st. This street is named after the day that's the most historic moment in all of Mexico's history. Ajijic, the village, was discovered by two men, Don Carlos and Fray Martin, back in 1531. But it was a long time before that a fishing village. It was started as a fishing village perhaps 300 or 400 years before 1531. And it was called an Aztecian language name, Ajijic, A-X-I-X-I-C. Isn't that amazing? And then over the years it changed to another odd spelling of A-J-I-J-I-C. But it's still Ajijic. And back in 1531, at the most, there were about 2,000 people that inhabited all of this area. Today, 50 years later, we have only 15,000 people. So today, with our sunbirds and our snowbirds, we have sometimes up to 30,000. It's impossible to know, but 15 is the major. But let's get back to 16 de Septiembre. Why is that so important? Well, back in the 1500s, when this was all happening, now we move forward to 1810. The Spaniards are ruling Mexico, not Mexicans, the Spaniards. So there was sort of an uprising. Mexico said, "Hey, we want our independence." So people, one of them being a parish parishioner by the name of Father Miguel Hidalgo, along with many others, very majors, captains, government officials, they got together secretly and decided October the 2nd, 1810, they were going to start an independence revolution. They wanted to be independent. So that started, but then the Spaniards found out what was happening. So what they did was they were going after Father Miguel. So what they did was they were going to go after Father Miguel Hidalgo. They were going to kill him, and he got word of this. So what he did, he was living in the town of Dolores. Dolores is, oh my gosh, about this big, and it's about 2.5 hours from here. And right now it's a town where they make Talavera tiles, very famous for that. But that's where his parish was. He knew they were coming to kill him. He knew he needed independence, so he decided what to do. Do we run? No. He didn't. He put out the word. He put out the word to everyone. Tomorrow, 16 de Septiembre, the 16th of September, meet at our parish, meet at our church. And they did. They all came. And he stood there and he said, "Do we run or do we fight?" And they all said, "We fight." And so he said, "Get everything, get anything you have, get everything." So this ragtag group of thousands of unarmed, untrained Mexicans stood behind him and said, "We are going to fight for the independence of Mexico." And this is on 16 de Septiembre. We're not October. So he started what was called El Grito de Dolores, the cry of Dolores, which today is still famous, happens in every town, every city, every village, no matter if there's 100 people or over 3 million like Mexico City. The president in Mexico City will stand out on the balcony in the Zócalo, which means plaza, and there will be tens of thousands of people at midnight on September the 15th. And he stands with the flag of Mexico in one hand, and he stands with the pull of the giant bell, the original bell that Miguel Hidalgo rang back in 1810. And he does the grito. And it kind of goes like, "Mexicanas!" And everyone yells, "Mexicanas!" And he goes, "Mexicanos!" And they yell, "Mexicanos!" And then he does the various vivas. And he does something current, and he'll talk about what's happening. But it always goes back to "Viva Hidalgo!" And the crowd screams, "Viva!" And then he says, "Viva Morales!" And everyone goes, "Viva!" And it goes on with our heroes. And it always ends with "Viva Mexico! Viva! Viva Mexico! Viva!" and Viva Mexico, and then this crowd goes crazy. The bell rings, the flags fly, the fireworks go up, and the festivals begin. And that happens right here. So if you're that kind of person, if you're the person who goes to Europe, if you're the person who goes to China, Asia, all the various countries because you want to celebrate the national holidays, then you want to live in the village. You don't want to live in a gated community. Nothing wrong with gated communities, but you want to live where it's happening, where the world comes alive. And that's here. And this is 16 de Septiembre, and this is Casa Verde. This is the home we're going to see today, the most amazing home, Casa Verde, number 134, 16 de Septiembre. I want you to know this house was purchased 3 years ago by a single woman. Now, before that it was owned by 10 family members, Mexican family members, and it was an old house built in 1973, 50 years ago, and nothing had ever been done to it. But our single woman owner, who is from Canada, then from Oregon, then from Texas, decided this was going to be the house for her. And she turned it into a masterpiece. You are going to see a brand new kitchen, brand new bathrooms. You're going to see a brand new pool. You'll see brand new electrical throughout. Well, you won't see that. It's all underground. Brand new electrical, brand new plumbing. It's a spectacular home with cantera countertops, with solar electric, solar hot water, solar pool, purification system, pressure systems. I mean, stuff like you will find in $1 million house, you will see here for $349,000. So why don't we go in and see the house? Let me open the door for you. Hey, hello. We're standing in a brand new living room. This didn't exist. This was outside. The house used to end right here. It was a very small home, but now it's over 1,650 square feet. We've got this fabulous living room with the boveda ceilings. There are 8 fans in this house. There are 3 air conditioning heating units. And that sound is from a gorgeous cantera fountain on a brand new pool. You head out these brand new doors, down these brand new steps, which are made of cantera, to the hardscaped backyard, full of sunlight. Oh, listen, those are the bells. That just on cue. Where are they? That's her beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bells. So this, I want you to take a look at this pool. It's spectacular. It's got green Venetian tiles because the house is called Casa Verde because the owner's last name is Green. And that's why all of these beautiful flowers are here. And that fountain. The hummingbirds, the lighting. Ah, there it is. Look up there in those trees. Oh, that's a beautiful sound. It's so peaceful. You don't have to have the fountain on all the time, of course, but we wanted to show you the fountain. So, this is cantera and the beautiful vines. A lot of these, there are like 8 or 10 fruit trees that will go with the house. They're in giant pots. And there are other various things that are in giant pots that stay with the house. But basically, this is an unfurnished home. All right. Why don't we see, look at how this is all going up. It's just so peaceful and gorgeous here. So private. You could be naked. Why not? We're in Mexico. Okay, so now, these doors, let me close them. Come on in. Let me show you. Look. Brand new, spectacular. All of these handles are all hand-forged and hand-picked by the owner. And these doors all open like this. So if you want the doors closed, but the air and the sound to come in, we have this feature that go all along. So it's a lovely feature, all created by our fabulous owner. What else can I tell you about this room? We've seen the beams, you've seen the fans, you've seen the bovidas, you've seen the, oh, I want to tell you about this tile. This tile is original to the house. But when the remodel happened with all the new electrical and all the new plumbing, of course, a lot of it had to be dug up. So the owner said, no, I love this tile. This is original. So what they did was they found a manufacturer that, these are made of cement, that handmade these tiles to match. You will not be able to find anything that looks different. They made them to match, which is a sensational thing that you should think about, how the craftsmanship of Mexico is so astounding, so astounding. Go into now the original living room and dining room, right here, this little space. Now this becomes the giant, beautiful dining room with this fabulous handcrafted chandelier, made of iron, of course, a working fireplace, wood fireplace, a wood fireplace. She had all the recessed lighting put in. There was no lighting, so there's recessed lighting. And this kitchen did not exist. The kitchen was over there in the back, which we'll get to. So this is all 100% brand new. From the windows with the stained glass. And why is there stained glass? And why is there not some stained glass? The windows are so clean, you don't even know they're there, but they're there. All right, now, look. This is so, you're in your pajamas, or you're in your swimsuit, or you're not in anything. This is so you get to see the beautiful Sierra Madre Mountains, and she put these beautiful palms, which do convey, in front for more privacy. But you have all this natural light coming in. It's gorgeous. She found this idea by going up to Mazamitla. Mazamitla is about an hour away. It's up in the mountains, about another 1,000 feet. We're 5,000 feet. We're a mile high. And you go up about another 1,000 feet on the north shore of Lake Chapala, and there's a town called Mazamitla that has roofs like this, like you're in Switzerland. And she went to the little chapels there, and the little chapels had this. She said, oh, that's brilliant. It took months and months and months to find this glass. It's not easy to find some of these colors. But she found them, and she put them throughout the house so that the theme carries through. And look at this top on this giant, very workable island. This is from Santa Clara de Cobra. This is where they have 2,000 artisans working in 3,000 artisans working in 200 workshops, all with natural mined copper. This is copper. And these cabinets were made, this is brand new, but look at this. This is all for your garbage. I mean, they all are so amazing. This was made to match a piece of furniture she had. And they do this work. I mean, it's stunning. Let's open here. Look at this. Look how look how neat she is. I love this woman. She's so neat. It's just great. So we have this. We have the top of the line stove with a broiler. We have a silent dishwasher, stainless steel. Lovely. This all conveys this farmhouse sink. You should notice these fixtures. They're throughout the house. They're fabulous. They're all copper, not copper. They're all brass, excuse me. And this is all copper. I knew there's copper somewhere besides here. And look at these open shelves. Again, they all match. They were all custom designed to match. Well, that's not the prettiest one. Let's go to this one. There we go. All right. This conveys also this wine refrigerator. This will stay. And these countertops, I have never seen, and I've never even thought of, and I've been here 22 years, that someone would make a countertop out of Cantera tile. Look at this. These are fabulous custom-made countertops out of Cantera stone. The same stone that surrounds the pool. The same stone that's outside, a natural stone inherent to this area of Mexico, Ajijic. The kitchen, by the way, this is a whirlpool with a bottom freezer that fits in this space that she had crafted. Okay, so then we go into this with also these doors. I'm not going to pull them all the way, but this closes off. Solid iron, man, these are heavy. Into a laundry room room, which is also her art room, her sewing room. And let me show you something. Look at this. This woman, like I said, Canada, Oregon, Texas, now living in Mexico, had Mexico in her blood because every basket, every piece of fabric, every piece of copper, every piece of pottery that you see in that kitchen, she's been collecting those for 40 years. And here she is now in Mexico to display them. I think that's a great story about this house. There's history in this house. So over here you have 2 whole house surge protectors. This is the system that goes with the electric solar system on the top. It's absolutely, everything in it is an antiquity and yet totally modern. Proud of everything. I love that. I love that. All right, so we're passing through the kitchen. Remember I said Dolores, the cry of Dolores, the cry, el grito de Dolores? That's where they make talavera now. And this is talavera. And it is throughout the house. It is throughout the house for accents. And that ties this whole history back to 16 de Septiembre, the street she lives on, the street you'll live on. I suggest that you come to Mexico to live in Mexico. And the East Village, the Garden District, there's no place like it. This is a guest bath that she completely remodeled. New toilets, new sinks, new lighting, all new. New door that follows the same theme. Here we have the same theme. Boom. Private, but functionally fun. All of the pieces of hardware, everyone was handcrafted in Tonala and Tlaquepaque. And each room, well, I'll close you. Each room has a different style because they were all hand-picked. They have the wide, they have the hard, the heavy. That craftsmanship was copied after this warm wood table bureau that she discovered and found and bought. All right. All right. I'm always amazed when I come in this house. Now let's go upstairs to the second floor. Remember, this is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath house. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, $349,000. Does not come furnished, but I'm going to let Jesus go first because I'm not as agile. It's okay. All right, here we are in this very, very wide hallway. So right here she has a sofa, but right here could be a fabulous desk. And you can sit at the desk and look at the Sierra Madre Mountains, or look out that bathroom window at night and see the stars glistening over the lake. It's a very wide, very beautiful hallway. So now we're going to turn left, which I did learn my left from my right, which is always good. And these doors are original to the home back in 1973. She did not change those. And yes, they're very rustico, but that's what she wanted. All right, so what she did add, besides making this a bedroom, is the air conditioning heating unit. We have the same floor throughout. We have the same magnificent windows. And if you're lying in bed, you're looking at the Sierra Madre Mountains and the stars. It's quite spectacular. A very large closet, filled with things, of course, but I had to put things away. Whoops, sorry, let me get that for you. Very large closet. Yeah. A lot of bubbing. All right. Back out into the hallway. Look at the size furniture that's in here, and it's still a giant room. And now the second bedroom, which they use as a TV room, but it has a closet, which I will show you. So this is a big room, and again, you have these colored lights in the windows. They're glass, but they're called a light, so that you can have the privacy from a neighbor next door, that you could still be walking around naked and they couldn't see you in your own room. There's no need for curtains in this house, none at all. Now, this is going to be a feat. I'm not young. So, this is a full closet with shelves. But look at this. Look up there. And look at this. This is a very heavy, secured ladder. I'm using all my strength to pull it out. All right, I got it. Now, should you need to go up to the roof, or your workman needs to go up to the roof, this is what this is for. You get to use the closet, but you can go. We have handlebar here, handlebar here. You can swing your way up if you want. And then it's so simple. Open that, and you are up to the rooftop. It's big. I'm not going to make you come up, but this is where the solar for the pool, this is where the solar for the electric, this is the solar for the hot water. It all is here. It's so simple to open and close. It's so simple to get to. Even someone short like me can do it, which is good. I'm not that short. Whoops. All right, hold on. There's a way to do it. There we go. That's that. Then you can come down. And believe me, if I can do this, anybody can do it. All right. And then you just lift. Here we go. This is strong. You lift it. And you put it back. Voila! And you have your closet. All right. Now, here we go. Let's go here. This bathroom, I love this bathroom. This is just a guest bath. It used to be the only bathroom in the house, basically. And now we have the Cantera tops, beautiful mirror, beautiful lights. Come on in. A brand new, gorgeous, everything's new. The toilet is new. This beautiful shower, again, filled with the Cantera tile. Look at that hardware. Look at that. There's money in this house. That girl spent some money on this house. And you can have it all. It's all been done. There's nothing you need to do. Nothing you need to do. This is the master. And what she did with the master, this was a fourth bedroom. But she said, I don't need 4 bedrooms. I need my own bathroom. So she knocked this wall out, had this all redone, and here we are. To her, giant, beautiful, full of skylight, natural light, more Cantera, lovely shelf, windows that open, niches, beautiful hardware, glass, starlights. Wow, this whole bathroom, all to yourself. And to match the things she's got going on, closets, and all the closets have lights. She turned them on this one. Look, I want to show you. I'm sorry to do this, but this is the fabric that she's collected her whole life. And it belongs in Mexico. You're in Mexico when you're in this house. You know it. You know you're in Mexico when you're in this house. That's the beauty of it. Sorry to show that off there, Miss Green, but it's worth showing. Great giant room. Again, look at this floor. It's so sensational. You can lie on that bed, look out that window, and see the whole world passing. You can open them. All the windows have crank opens. She almost always has them open. Phew. So, you know, it's kind of like if you're the person who would go to New York and want to stay in Soho or Tribeca or any Greenwich, any of the villages, this is where you would buy. If you're the person who wants to go to New York and wants to stay at the Plaza and go to only the best restaurants, then you probably want to live in a gated community, which is perfectly fine. I love gated communities. But I want to tell you something. I'm a village girl. I live in the village, and I love the village. It's where you find this. Look at this art. This is where you find it. You find it here. You get to get out when you walk out the door, where they say everybody knows your name from Cheers. That's what happens here. All right. I think I've shown you the house, the major parts of the house, and I would love to sell it to you. I would love for you to be able to have this house. It's $349,000. It's worth every penny. And there's only one reason that my owner is selling this house, because she's a project girl. She is a thinker, a dreamer. She knows what to do. And so she is going to find a bigger house because she has 3 dogs. And she's going to do the same thing. And I'm going to be sorry to see her leave. But I'm going to be happy to meet you, the new owner. Thank you. Again, this is Linda Fossey from Fossey Does Mexico. Signing off.